right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. This is Thursday, April 9th. This is our Mailchimp Ideas office hours where we have our weekly session and now with a partner giving you some exclusive insights and marketing advice. And if there are any questions, it is live. So we're answering your questions that you've submitted and any questions that you might ask while you're joining us. We'll check the Q&A quite frequently. But I'm going to go ahead and move forward and pass the mic over to William Howard, our PDM manager for our partner that is our special guest today. Of course, let us know if you have any questions. The partner will be leaving their contact information. So watch the video. We'll add it to the Ideas Hub. So if you have any questions, if you're watching the recording, you are more than welcome to reach out to the partner directly for any additional support and assistance. So I am going to pass the mic over to William. And I hope you all enjoy and get some great insights.
Awesome. Thanks, Jocelyn. And yeah, I wanted a lovely chance to introduce Roger, the founder and CEO of Beacon Business Marketing. He's based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, native to the land, and he's really excited to kind of showcase his experience in email marketing. He's been in business for close to 10 years, but been a digital marketer for more than 15 years. So I'm really excited to kind of pass the mic off to him, and he'll take it away on his presentation on leveraging AI for your email marketing practices and while using Mailchimp.
I thank you, William, for that introduction, and Jocelyn, thank you for organizing this and getting everything together. Like I said, my name is Roger Gallegos, Beacon Marketing, here to discuss leveraging AI for marketing. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can pull up the presentation here. All right, well, I want to trust you. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna do it on this screen because anytime I try to do it from the presentation, it takes over everything and I can't see my notes. So I'm just
No,
gonna do
that's what
it
I hear you.
from here if that's okay.
Yeah.
So all right, so leveraging AI for a marketing, implementing AI-driven solutions with Intuit Assist and Mailchimp. That's going to be the topic that we're going to be covering today. Here are some of the things on the agenda. And as I go through this, just as a quick note, I'll be going through these individual items and then telling you how I and Beacon Marketing go through, how we use AI in my business and for my clients, so you have an idea of how this is being done. So, so first off, we're going to look at the role of AI in marketing, predictive analytics, AI-powered content creation, enhancing campaigns with data, next steps, resources, and then for anybody who's live attending, some attending live, some Q&A. All right. So, um, first, the role of AI in marketing and the before, as you can see, we have some bullet points here. But before we get into that, I want to kind of let people know AI is here. It is a tool to use. I think some people get freaked out by the concept, and there's some people who are wary of it. To me, it is just like any other tool that has come available to businesses in the past. It's like when the internet became available, when email marketing, when social media, when all these things came available, it just became a tool for marketers to use to promote their business. Now, as a small business, it is important that you use AI because it could help you become more efficient with your marketing. And that's the key when you're a small business and you're trying to compete with larger, more regional competitors. The more you could get from the money you spend, particularly in marketing, the better you'll be. And that's what AI has a potential to do. So let's look at some specific ways that they could do that. So in terms of its growing impact, adoption, like I said, in AI and marketing is just going to continue to grow. The cat's out of the bag. We're not going to go back. So you should find ways for you to use it in your marketing efforts, and in particular, how to use it in Mailchimp and email marketing. You could use AI for automation, content creation, and data-driven decision making. The way I like to put it, the framework I do it is development, implementation, and marketing, DIM or DIM. And you will, as we go through the presentation, I'll mention how we how I specifically use those key points. When it comes, to how you could use it in marketing, predictive analytics, you could sit there and say, before you make a decision, it's not so much guesswork. You could have a better idea of if I do this, if I target this audience, here's what I could expect based off of past performance. And that will give you a better idea of the steps you should take or how you should craft your email, who you should target. Um, Next, automated campaign execution. This you could use AI to create a whole campaign. Again, this allows you to spend less time with with content creation and just focus on your strategy and doing other things that will make you successful. You can use AI to generate the actual content, and that will help you become more efficient. And then, of course, performance optimization. You can use AI to make sure everything from beginning to end is performing as best as it should. So when we look at the first part of this, where we look at predictive analytics for revenue optimization, this is to me, this is the development. This is where you help develop your strategy and your approach to marketing. You could look at what past behaviors to see what might happen in the future. So you could craft your strategy to go there. And the way I like looking at that is look at the different areas of the funnel, look at the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel, and create campaigns and messaging that speaks to each part of those particular parts of the funnel. So that way you're not just sending a general blast, but you are speaking more to each person's need depending on the part of the journey that they are specifically on. This again goes to the idea of making the most for your marketing time and the most of your marketing bucks. Um, and when you're able to do that, you could allocate your resources more effectively, and make sure that you are delivering the messaging and the information to the people who need it the most and the way they need it the most. So when you so some core predictive models, you could do customer conversion prediction. So you could identify the customers who are more likely to buy. So if you have a shopping cart of sorts, or if you're looking for somebody who may click on a button to contact you, that could help you there. Segment customers into, but again, likelihood to convert. And you can anticipate which campaigns and emails are more likely to be successful based on historical data. This is the AI powered content creation. This is the implementation part of it that I talked about how I use it. And to me, this is the where I really have a lot of fun with it. And I think a lot of people can. You can create content that really has your voice into it and speaks to the needs of your core audience and to anybody who you are trying to bring in. And the one thing that I found and that I'm telling my clients is be specific with what you're looking for when you create content. The analogy I like to use is imagine a sandwich shop where you go in and everything's available. Does not matter. You can magically order a sandwich with any ingredient, any topping, anything you want. You have to be hyper specific. Otherwise, they're just going to throw something in. So if you go and I just want a sandwich with peanut butter, they might put peanut butter and carrots. So they may put peanut butter and steak. But if you say, give me a peanut butter jelly, particularly I want the really nutty peanut butter and I want it on sourdough with strawberry jelly, then that's what you'll get. This same idea applies to content creation. Be hyper specific. Say, this is who I am targeting. This is the message I want to receive. This is the action I want them to receive. This is the action I am going for. That will help you better target and better, have the AI better understand what you're looking for so they can craft that message that you are trying to send out and even include the length. Say, I wanted 2 paragraphs, I wanted 3 paragraphs, or I wanted 300 words. That AI will give you close to what you're looking for. Um, some best practices is make sure you establish your guidelines. Say, I want to use this tone. I want it to be professional. I want it to be more friendly. I want it to be authoritative. Um, I like saying use AI for drafting, not a final copy. So you could do, I've used it both ways in terms of helping me start and then I edit, then it goes to a final edit. or me when I just create the copy from a startup and then I use it for editing. So I found success in both ways. Again, the AI is how you choose to use it. Um, but most importantly, this is probably the best thing at the end right here, is maintain a review process. Ensure that any content that you create not only aligns with your brand, but contains the truth, and is something that you would want to represent who you are, your business, and again, speaks to the needs of your audience. Because if it doesn't do that, then you're going to miss the mark on what you're trying to accomplish. Let's go. All right, last one. This is the management part of it, the M, enhance data campaigns with data science, enhance campaigns with data science tools, A/B testing with AI. This optimizes your messages and visuals based on user interaction. So based off of after you've seen what your audience is doing, you could go and use some A/B testing to make sure that you are again delivering the message they need in the moment they need, because you have a limited time to get them to act. So you want to make sure you make the best use of your time. So this A/B testing using AI could really help you with that. The send time optimization predicts the best engagement times. Again, this will look at your audience and see when people are more likely to open the emails, and they will factor in that and say you should send this email on this day at this time, because again, you want to make it easy for your audience to get your message. You don't want to engage them in convenient time, because they may just choose to ignore you or not act on what you're trying to say. A couple quick notes on these: the A/B testing and the same time optimization are available, on higher plans. So just a quick note on that. And then the performance benchmarking. This compares past campaign results to future perform. This is really important in context of um, of reviewing your performance and making sure that you are constantly evolving your message to meet the needs of your audience. That's the most important thing, because you don't want to just speak into a void and not have anything work. This is a conversation you have with your audience at large, and you want to constantly be in tune with what they need, what they are doing, so you can provide the best thing for them, because that will get them to act. That will get them to take the actions you are looking for. Otherwise, it's just a one-way conversation, and you ultimately won't get what you need and what you're looking for. So, as we get close to closing up here, the key areas of AI enhancement, personalization, you get to really develop a message that talks to each segment of your audience, whether it is the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, or to different parts, like this person needs this person needs this person needs that. Wherever they're at, you could create a message, a campaign that speaks to their needs. And that goes to the second part of here, which is the efficiency. You do more of this, you become efficient with your actions, then you will make the most of your time and money that you put in to your marketing efforts. And then that all feeds into the data-driven decision making, where the more information you send out and the more feedback you get, AI can help break that down and say, when you sent this out, this worked, or when you sent it to these people, this worked and this didn't work. So you can sit there and really hammer in the things that don't work and retool or completely set aside the things that didn't work. Um, so as you look forward to implementing AI, just assess your AI opportunities. Think about how AI could fit into your day-to-day business, and in particular to your marketing efforts. Keep in mind, this is just another tool in your tool belt to help you grow your business, to help you get your messaging. So how does it fit into what you're trying to do? What things do you need to change? And that's where I could come in, because I help companies say, okay, how can we use email marketing in their day-to-day business, and specifically, how can I implement AI in your marketing decisions so you can make the most of what you put in to your marketing and grow your business in the most effective and efficient way. And when you determine how to use AI, make sure you define your goals because, again, it is hard to tell if something's successful if you don't understand what you are going for. If you don't know what your ultimate destination is, then you cannot tell if you got there or not. Um, next, last thing here is integrate solutions strategically. Don't just throw everything at the wall and hope something stick. Try different parts of it. Say, let's do this part here and analyze here. Let's do this part here and analyze here. Or so because if you just do like an everything all at once approach, you won't know what's working, what's not working, and could be a big jumbled mess. Again, this is where I come in and I can help you make these decisions. So if you need any help, let me know. I'd be happy to walk you through how AI can help you in your business, how email marketing can help you in your business, and how we can work together to make sure that you are implementing these things in the most effective and efficient manner to help your business grow. Here's some resources for Mailchimp. You have their knowledge base, Mailchimp Academy for trading courses. All these things have been really great. I've used them for myself, and I still, even though I'm a partner, and even though I've gone through these things, I often refer back to them and say, okay, how do I do that again? Or I ask questions to make sure, like, hey, this is how we do this, this is how we do that. So just have a deeper understanding. And I make sure that I'm using these things because the other cool thing about Mailchimp is they're always evolving, they're always improving, and looking for ways to make their experience better. So there might be something that comes up that wasn't there last time. So it's always a good idea to just check in and see what things are um are available. And of course, if there's something you can't easily find, or just contact support and they'll help you out. Again, I've always had good experience with support, and it's been really good for me. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. If you are interested in working with me, that, again, my name is Roger Gallegos. Email Roger at beaconbusinessmarketing.com. There's my website. Love to hear from you. Love to, any questions, or if you're wondering how email marketing can help you grow your business, I am here for you. Just let me know, and I'm happy to work with you and happy to see what we could do together.
Awesome. Thanks, Roger. We did have one question in the chat, and it was from Robin S., but they seem to have dropped. So we'll just answer it, and then we can watch the recording later on. But they asked, what plan are these features in? Um, Jocelyn, are you able to confirm? Because everyone here should have the premium plan. I mean, in the cohort. But just for their knowledge, I know if there was a certain plan, all the AI features are in.
No, that's correct. All participants in the ideas cohort have access to 12 months of premium. So all of these features should be available. I know for predictive insights, I believe I have to confirm, and maybe Roger, you might know some of those insights are just for ecom folks. So we need to know that. I know Robin had some trouble getting in and had used my Zoom link, so maybe that's how she had to drop. She was having some trouble with Zoom.
Okay.
So we'll get that information to her.
Okay, great. Also, Roger, they asked if they're curious to know if they should use AI outside of Mailchimp, and if so, what tools do you recommend?
I've used AI outside of Mailchimp. I go back and forth between using Gemini and ChatGPT. I found balancing both help me out and helping me create outlines, strategic plans. Again, I always give them a starting point and I go through and make edits. I find it really good to just help generate ideas. So again, it really depends on what you're looking for. And before I use AI in anything, no matter what the tool is, I always first identify the goal that I am trying to achieve. So that way understand what questions to ask and again, what I'm looking for. I understand what I'm looking for. So that if it gives me something close, then I go through and I put that human touch, making sure I'm always editing and adjusting what they say.
I have some questions to piggyback.
Yes, please.
create content, or are you also building like email designs? I know, did you hear me
Breaking
okay?
up a little
Did
bit,
I break up?
Jocelyn.
Oh no, can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, sorry, I was breaking
Okay.
up there.
Sorry about that. I'm curious to know if you are also using AI to build email templates and designs.
I some stuff I'm using. I really like the designs and templates within Mailchimp. So I use a lot of those, and but I have kind of just in practice started saying like, how would I organize this? How would I set up this? If I'm going for a more professional look or if I want something more modern or sleek, again, and these are things that I often talk with my clients about when I say, okay, based on your website, based on what we talked about, it looks like you want this, this, and this. And so then I go in and try to find that in Mailchimp and what I'm seeing if there's something, and again, it's rare that I find something not in Mailchimp, but so I'm starting to experiment using other stuff and how to design an email.
Awesome. Are you using like a specific tool like Claude? I know I've seen a lot of people create templates using Claude. Are you using Gemini? Just curious which one you're using.
I've actually found ChatGPT for me
Chat.
is easier, it is better at creating like visual images and that there. I like some of the stuff that Gemini uses, but it's not, it doesn't hit, it seems like it doesn't hit me the same way as it does with ChatGPT in terms of like exactly what I'm looking for. Say, oh, I like that. So I like using ChatGPT. That's why I use a balance of both. And sometimes what I do is I'll use both and see which one gets closer to what I'm looking for.
Thank you for that. I know that Mailchimp now has there's a ChatGPT app for Mailchimp in there, so yeah, a lot of people are using that in this cohort, which is really, really
Yeah,
good.
I noticed that integration, and I haven't had chance to put it into my personal Beacon marketing account. It's something that it's on my list of things to do in the next couple of weeks. So I can start playing around with it within to see how it works and see how that operates. Because when I saw that, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's the fact that you can preview a lot of things and just kind of copy and paste is really, really nice. So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I see Linda has joined. Linda comes every week.
Hi,
So
Linda.
Linda, let us know what kind of AI questions you have from, we have Beacon Marketing here. And so you have an AI expert on hand that can answer any questions about Mailchimp. See, I don't know why she's getting some questions ready.
And what she does, I just share my information in the chat. Roger Gallegos, Beacon Marketing,
Okay.
Roger at beaconbusinessmarketing.com. So anybody who is interested could take that information.
Okay. Oh, there's a question in the Q&A. Oh, she can't unmute. Let's see, William, work your magic. If you don't mind, please.
There you go.
Hi there. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. I was anyway, more life. I'm using Chat GPT more and more to create content, and I have not researched this part of Mailchimp, but can I schedule, say, like a whole month of emails to go out at one time, and I don't have to go back every day or every week and put together emails?
Yes, you should be able to, once you have all of your content ready to go in Mailchimp, and Jessica, correct me if I'm wrong, but once you have all the content ready to go and you're confident and it's approved, you should be able to say, okay, I want this to go out, this Thursday, this one to go out next Tuesday, this one to go out 3 weeks from today, whatever it might be, and just schedule them once you have all your content set up. You should be able to schedule for the month, and that's probably the best way to do it. So you're maximizing it, your time efficiently.
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'll do a little more research to find out how to do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find if I have the ChatGPT Mailchimp app example for you. Let me see. I'll try to get one ready. Why, if you have some more questions in the meantime.
Okay. No, I came in late, so I'm just gonna listen at the moment. Will we get a copy of this session?
Yeah, Roger, we can send out
Okay.
recordings.
Terrific. Thank you.
The recording, Jocelyn usually posts a recording online, so you all can watch it.
Okay.
But if you need a copy of the deck itself, then we can send that to you as well.
Please, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Linda, if you want to just watch the recording after it's done, and then that way you can have a chance to review it on your own time. I think that works
Yes, sir.
for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Roger, do you have any closing remarks?
Uh, yeah, last thing I'll say is, AI and email marketing are great tools to help you create more awareness and capitalize on any interest you get for your business. And as a small business, that is so important that you do it because it it could provide the equalizer in a competitive landscape when you're trying to keep up not just with other small businesses, but larger regional, national, and sometimes even international companies. As a small business, you need to use every tool available to you. And email marketing and AI are two fantastic tools that, if used properly, can really make the most of the time and money you invest in your marketing. So, if you have any questions on how to do so, I'm here to help. Just call
Can I
me.
ask one quick question? How do you get people to engage? Because I find I send out like 7,000 emails and maybe 200 will get opened. And I know for myself, I have a lot of emails in my box that so many come through that some important ones will not get my attention because they're so buried. And people are so overwhelmed with emails now. And I'm wondering, emails versus SMS, what do you think is more efficient and will get more interaction?
It's so funny as like Jocelyn and I were actually talking about this a little bit before the webinar started. Um, Let me address the first question, how to get people to engage in your content. First, you have to understand your audience's pain points. You have to make sure you speak to those pain points. So that is where AI could help you understand what your audience has responded to in the past in terms of what they opened up, and what they've engaged with, what they clicked on. So that way, as you create future campaigns, they can sit there and you can stress the things that have already been acted upon. And as it relates to SMS, that's a great way to do it. And a lot of it's somewhat trial and error. Understand your audience's pain points and send messages that speak to that. And that will allow them to understand that. And again, it creates that idea that you get them, you are in tune with their needs, and that you are presenting with them a solution. So, if you're able to do those two things, understand their pain points, speak to them, and then lastly, present a solution, they will more likely engage and act upon your content.
Okay. And you saying that AI can help analyze that. So what would I do? Put my Mailchimp into ChatGPT and have them analyze it, or how would I go about having it analyzed?
Well, one of the things you could do is like you could go to if you go to the top and let me see here. I'll go to my demo account here. And Jocelyn, please jump in if you feel you
Sure.
have better. So in my demo account here, if you do a search like I did this earlier in my demo, you find contacts who opened at least one email in the last 60 days.
Okay.
and
Mhm.
it will pull this. And I believe you could use this to create, you could take this list and create a campaign out of there. And then when you're sitting, say, here's the campaign, you could create an email. You could go in and say, please help me draft an email. You could do it in ChatGPT and say, I am trying to re-engage customers who've opened up an email in the last 60 days. This is what I'm trying to get from them. I'm trying to get them to contact me, to go to my shop store, to whatever it is. How can I get them to act? What do you suggest I do? These are the needs I'm trying to address. Have ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you're using, give you an outline of an email, and then maybe you draft it yourself, and then you go back and put it in to see if it can edit for tone and style. Those are ways you could just kind of experiment with what you're going and go from there. Jocelyn, anything to add to that?
No, no, I was gonna just like showcase the Chat GPT app in Mailchimp. That's the only thing I can add because it's
Yeah,
a
yeah, I'd like to
perfect,
see that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll
perfect
stop sharing. I'll
segue.
let you share your screen, Jocelyn, if you
Okay,
want to.
sure. So like Roger just showed you how to find the audience, right? Like the right audience, and thinking Chat
Yes.
GPT is gonna, give you some ideas on how to create the content. And so like I took your Like this is a Mailchimp Chat GPT app, and I can send you some more information on this. But you would just go into your apps in Chat GPT, like here in apps, and just search for Mailchimp, and then you
Okay.
can connect it to your Mailchimp account. And so
Okay.
I basically told Chat GPT what your business was, an LA t-shirt spot. And I know it's not accurate. Like you can give it more information than I give. So it's asking for your business name and then like if you're looking to plan a campaign for like the next 4 weeks or a certain time period, and it's gonna create a 4 week. I asked it to create a 4 week marketing plan. And
Okay.
so while we're here, I didn't hit this button. I say we can watch it together. And so it's looking at the industry benchmarks for your retail business, like in retail stores. And it's going to suggest based on, all the millions of users that MailChimp has in your industry, it's going to recommend best practices. And it's also going to
Mm.
recommend a
Oh,
multi-channel.
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. It's going to give you more than email though. So like, if you just want to do email, that's fine. You have to tell it that, but I didn't tell it that. So it's going to give you email strategy. It's going to give you a social media post, another
Oh,
email, and I think even SMS if wanted to venture out into SMS, right? So like
that's great.
yeah, and it's actually going to tell you like these are the dates that you might want to send. So the next one you could, think about sending it on April 13th and you could have that sent to new subscribers. So like you could segment like Roger was showing you and say like, "Hey, I'm going to show a welcome email just to new folks and I'm going to feature my story on how I built this business." And
Very good. Please. Yes. Send that to me. Yeah, I'd like to read it. Yes.
absolutely. So like everything that Roger was telling you on the audience side, like you have to still know that, but on the content side, it's gonna do this. And then you can actually save these, not all of them, but like most of the campaigns will save as a draft to Mailchimp, but
Uh-huh.
you have to go in and build it. So like for an example here, like welcome to the LA t-shirt spot. This is like what it might look like, and like what the header might look like and what this particular section of the email might look like, and then you might add a coupon at the bottom, like 10% plus free
It's
pickup.
great.
Yeah, it's just an idea. Like these are just,
Right.
it's not like something that you know,
But then I can go in and edit that
of
and
course,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
of
And my
course.
chat GP knows all about me. So once I put that in, it'll kick everything out.
Every,
We're very
every,
good friends.
Yeah.
some people have even named their chat GPT. I have
I
not gotten
haven't
that
found
far
a name for her either. I just call her my assistant.
Okay, I would say I don't even have a name for mine, so I haven't gotten that close to it. But it's same thing for text messages. It gives you an example and what like a social media post might look like. So
That's great. I like that. Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. They're really making it easier for us these days.
I mean, this is needs there's more stuff it can do. Like Roger and I were just talking before, like you can create email templates and even some designs I think some folks are doing and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, this is just, I think, like the bare bones. It feels like a skeleton, so that you have something to start from. you're not starting from like a blank canvas. You now
Yes,
like
absolutely.
dream, like just let ChatGPT like just be a dream world where you can spin up all these cool things to try. Roger,
Great.
any feedback you see on this now that you've seen it kind of with the live one?
No, I think that's really great. Another thing that you could want to you may want to ask, and I've done this myself with a few of my clients, is enter in some of the statistics that you're seeing for recent opens and click-through rates, and say, here's my performance for the last 3 months, open rate for this email and click-through rate here. How do you suggest I increase opens and click-through rates, and just see what it says. And sometimes it gives you really good suggestions that you can implement for yourself. And you can say, okay, that works good, that works here. And it's again, a lot of this stuff is just a great starting point, especially if you feel stuck or not sure where to go next. It provides a great way to sit there and say, "Oh, let me do this," and you have that nice conversation with it. So,
Mm, mm. I like that. I like that. Just keep reiterating, based on what you find the conversation. I haven't done that yet, so thank you, Roger.
one thing again, the thing that will always help you is be specific with your ask. Make
Mhm.
sure the GPT or whatever AI model that you're using is understanding what you are looking for. Be specific. Say, I want to grow this part of my business. I want to do this. How can I do it? Then the chat GPT will be more directed in the answers that it gives you. And then again, you have to make the final decision as where to go, but you'll have a better idea rather than just kind of guessing. And this speaks to what I said in the presentation, where it just helps you become more efficient. Because before AI became available to small businesses to use it on a wide basis, so much of marketing was just trial and error. You had to send out 10,000 emails and say, okay, we got this. Now let's try to hone it in. Now you could take a small sample size and extrapolate that and say, let's do this. So
Hmm.
it makes it a lot better.
Nice,
Hmm. Hmm.
nice, perfect. Well, I'll stop sharing. We'll
Yeah,
get you
one thing
That's
I'll say,
great.
Linda, is you see my contact information in the chat if you want to schedule time to talk, I usually give potential clients or anybody who's interested, 45 minutes to an hour as a free consultation. So if you want to schedule time to talk, I'm happy to do so. So just let me
Thank
know.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Roger, can you post it again? It said it went to hosts and panelists. I want to make sure that Linda got it.
Is it going in the chat or on the screen?
I'm doing it right here. I just realized I went to host and panelists. So
It's okay. It happens. I don't know why Zoom is, that's a feature in Zoom by default.
You look so cute this morning.
Linda, you're the best. Thank you.
Ooh.
there you go. Went to everyone.
Okay, let's see. It's in the chat. Let's see. Okay, great. Good picture of it.
Yeah.
Terrific. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So anybody who, not just Linda, but anybody who sees that and wants to contact me, I offer free 45 minutes to an hour consultations just so you guys understand exactly who I am, what I provide, how I'm able to help you. So if anybody who's interested, just send me an email and we'll either schedule a phone call or even a Zoom call, whatever works best for you. I could work within your schedule and needs. So just let me know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm glad I jumped in here. I'm glad even though thank you for accepting me late.
Glad you're here.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. This is very, very valuable. I agree. Roger, we are lots of gems dropped here. So I
Yeah,
appreciate
I hope I provided some information
Yeah,
that is useful. So
yeah.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Looking forward to giving you some more updates on some of those tools that you had in your deck too. So if you ever want to come back at a later date, let us know. So
Yeah, no, I'll be back definitely. Thank you
Thank
awesome.
you.
guys.
Okay, have a great
You
week.
You too.
too.
Bye bye.
Okay, take
Thank
care.
you.
You guys have a
Bye.
good one. Bye.
Bye bye.